Welcome to Mirror Domains. And Threads has arrived. Threads, yes, the new, rival to Twitter. So Elon Musk out there, is he going to be happy about this? I'm not too sure. We got the headlines here. Mark Zuckerberg's sneak attack. Twitter rival Threads launches earlier than expected. Instagram also revealed new details on app, which will be open source and support text, photos, and videos. So it's just their version of Twitter. Why is this happening right now? Because I guess Twitter is saying that you're only allowed to read a certain amount of messages per day. You got to pay for it if you want it to work like the way it used to work. And remember, this is from Genius, Elon Musk. This is all his, his brainchild, right? Twitter. He's the one who made it work, and he's the one that's going to free everybody. No, I don't know anything about that, guys. But Threads. Heard it on the radio this morning too. Sneak attack. Is there a call for some kind of a restoration of Twitter? Like if you can't have Twitter back, you might as well have Twitter. It just opens the door, right, for other platforms to say, hey, we've got something similar to Twitter, and we don't put up with that BS of charging you for verification, and we're not going to flood you with bots. Hopefully, that's my thing, is that Twitter's just full of bots. It's just kind of like everybody who wants to be like your friend or whatever. It's just kind of like, it's just a bot. Hey, let's go on a date. Don't you know who I am? It's like, no, I don't care about this. Oh, join me on my live. It's like, no, I don't. It's full of that stuff. Everything that Musk thought that he was trying to fix with Twitter is actually he's amplified times 10. So I don't if you follow the channel, guys, you know that I've been kind of like distancing myself from Twitter. I know that it's part of the platform thing here that you see. You know that I do that, so it's kind of like, well. Kind of just have to do it like this for now. Will I be adding a Threads logo to there? I don't know. So what is this? Let's go over to the main page here at Meta. See what they are saying about this new logo. There it is. Threads. Was that a G with an A? I don't know. Fine. Again, Google and YouTube need to really step this up. They really need to fast forward too, because the community tab is supposed to be their version of what Twitter was. But the community tab, I can't go on YouTube and say, oh, I want to look at other people's community tabs. I want to see what they're putting up in their posts and use it kind of like a Twitter platform. I can't do that yet, unless I already follow the person. It'll show up in like that little mid bar on my homepage. And that's where eventually I would like to have everything to go. They've said it. Google's said it multiple times that they want YouTube to be the everything app, and they need to hurry up and get there, because I'm tired of all these extra little things like the TikTok and the Instagrams and the Facebooks that just kind of like, yeah, they're all jockeying for your clicks, for your money. And it's kind of like, guys, it's like the streaming services here. There's just too many, and it's gonna eventually collapse, right? Zuckerberg just announced the initial version of Threads, an app built by Instagram team for sharing with text, whether you're a creator or casual poster. Threads offers a new separate space of real-time updates and public conversations. Or, Threads. Do you like the name? Do I like the name? Do I like the name Threads? Yeah, that's fine, whatever. What do you call it when you post something, though? Is it you tread? Thread? You put a tread up on Threads? I don't know. Yeah. We'll have to see. Again, I know that a lot of people are very, very unhappy with Twitter, and people are starting to migrate to other things. Could Threads be it? Could Threads be it for you? Do you want to be on Threads? I don't really care. I don't want it. But as I said, if I could only have like one or two social media things down here, that'd be great for me, because then that's less work that I have to do to post things. But yeah, Threads, it's out. It's coming. Are you guys going to download it? Let's see. Let's see if I can pick that up right now in the shop, in the Play Store. So, if it says via Instagram, yep, Android team, it's already got 10K downloads, right? So there you go. Threads, Android team, is that it? Yeah, no, maybe that's not it. Well, it does say Threads. Oh no, it's not. That's not it. There we go. So be careful out there, guys. A little bit of a Threads and Instagram app. That's the one that you want to look for. So look for the symbol. Make sure you get not that other Threads. I don't know what that other Threads would be. Again, it's one of those things you got to tread lightly. Will I download it until it becomes useful? It's okay if Facebook, Instagram, and Threads is all wrapped up into one little thing, and then we can get rid of Twitter. We can hopefully get rid of TikTok with the YouTube Shorts, but different things. Oh, mercy. You know what I mean? It'd just be so much easier just to have one or two of them and then just roll like that. But it is what it is. And it's a dawn of a new age for social media. Okay. Yeah, guys, we had some audio issues. We were trying to go like at 10:30 there, but I had to switch out my computer yesterday to do the streaming for Secret Invasion, because I guess Windows 11 doesn't like you streaming Disney Plus, which I guess I'm going to be switching over to Firefox and trying that out instead of using Google Chrome because they're connected, right? Oh, mercy. We're going to be trying a whole bunch of things to try to get that worked around for next week so that I don't have this audio issue that we had today, because I had to unplug my camera and my microphone, and for some reason when I plugged it in there was like an echoing going on, which shouldn't happen. That should not happen, but it was happening. And if it's happening now, I don't see that it is, so we should be fine. Let's continue on with the movie news. David Zaslav is the CEO of Warner Bros. And I guess there was an article posted about him that, it wasn't worded the best, is the polite way to say it. David Zaslav's article, taken down by GQ after Warner Bros. Discovery, raises objections. So I was kind of like, oh, what's this? Are people angry at him for canceling Henry Cavill's Superman? Is he, what's going on here? Are people's feathers getting ruffled for something? No, apparently it was an unflattering piece by a freelance film critic that appeared in Monday and says that, he's the most hated man in Hollywood. To which a lot of people don't disagree. I mean, he took down the axe on a multiple of things, right? On a lot of the TV shows, the CW TV shows. He came in, he cleaned house. He got rid of some really questionable projects like Wonder Twins. And he's the one responsible for axing Batgirl. And then, of course, giving the reins to James Gunn to reboot the DCU. In which, of course, we got rid of Henry Cavill Superman. So calling him the most hated man in Hollywood, that's clickbaiting, that's, I guess GQ magazine didn't like the way that tone felt for them. Bailey wrote Zaslav was the only good at breaking things, comparing him with the businessman who played by Richard Gere in Pretty Woman. Well, really? Was he? The most hated man ever was then replaced with a face of a rocky and controversial new period in Hollywood. And then they just, ended up pulling it after all. So at GQ, the freelance reporter made no attempt to reach out to Warner Bros. Discovery to fact-check the substance of the piece before publishing. Really? A standard practice for many reputable news outlets. So, they're just trying to come at it with posturing of like, oh, you didn't follow the rules, so maybe you shouldn't have been writing this in the first place. Well, look at the editor for that one. They went ahead and posted it in the first place, right? And just from the backlash, they're like, whoa, no, he didn't properly vet it. So that's on him. It's not on us. That's just shifting the blame. That's that's not good. So let's take a look at some of the comments here. They didn't like the wild claim that Zaslav breaks things. Well, he just broke GQ. Yeah, right back at you, GQ. Some people are saying right there, right? Zaslav, Elon Musk, all three need to go before they destroy companies they've been put in charge. Musk isn't going anywhere. He can burn piles of money all day long, and he'll still walk around rich, and people will be like holding him up as some kind of idol. Zaslav, I think he will have a shelf life, but they're going to let him stay the course for a bit here, at least until the launch of the DCU. If Superman Legacy and the new Batman bomb, like completely tank, Zaslav will be out. Zaslav will be out, and so will James Gunn. James Gunn is just said he's fully on board with this Superman with David Corn Sweat. He says that he's going to bring him back to the way that he should feel and not being dark and brooding. But yeah, you can see that the waters here are kind of like a little bit murky. Some people have got some real bitterment. The hate bandwagon has come out against David Zaslav here in support of what are you supporting here, really? You're just using this article just as another way to take a shot at him, and I don't blame them. I mean, there is going to be some bad blood there for people who wanted to see Cavill continue on with Superman, but now we get Corn Sweat, and that's all we can do is look forward to that now, guys. I somehow do believe that somewhere down the road, when they do Crisis of Infinite Earths, we will get to see Cavill back in a small cameo. That's it. Yeah. All right. Continuing on, this seems to be a day of weird things happening, right? Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny came out last week, and it was a complete box office bomb. Yeah, so Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny star Karen Allen on the bittersweet conclusion of Indy and Marion's love story. Yeah, she showed up in this movie, which is not all that surprising because she was in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull as well. So it's kind of like, well, people are trying to postulate reasons as to why this movie is failing, and I'll give you another log to throw on that fire, and this is it right here. Bittersweet conclusion. You see, I don't know what it is with Kathleen Kennedy and this regime at Lucasfilm, but we've seen it since, well, she started to take over and do Force Awakens. We establish heroes, and then we tear them down, and we take them back down to the base level for some god reason that I don't understand, just so that we can go through that story arc again. That's all they're doing is recycling story arcs. They're not progressing story arcs. They're just going back so that you can go back to the... So at the end of Dial of Destiny, you're supposed to be like, oh yeah, they're back together again and they're happy. But that's what happened at the end of the last movie. You see, why did you tear it down? Show them advanced. Show them together. What's wrong with that? Right? I don't see this constant need to tear down your protagonist just to have him follow the same arc that they followed before. As what? Some kind of nostalgia bait? That's one of the reasons why I think this movie also failed. Because of this. Why do we need a bittersweet conclusion, right? Why do you need to tear them down again? Because they got married at the end of the last one. Let them live happily ever after. Have her object to him going on this last mission. And maybe she goes with him. That's the way I would have said that story should have gone. And by the way, when this new Rey film comes out, do you think they're going to tear down Rey and have Rey be kind of like Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi? No, they probably won't. And I know that a lot of people out there will be like, it's because she's a girl and Kathleen Kennedy loves her and she's going to be perfect and everything is going to go fantastically for her. Probably, but it's just going to be bad PR because you've done it to everybody else. You've done it to Han Solo. You've done it to Indiana Jones. You've done it to Luke Skywalker. I mean, for God's sakes, the guy was a master Jedi, a master, who ascended the old traditions of the Jedi, who transcended Yoda's teachings, who doesn't have those old ideologies that were plaguing the Jedi that allowed Sidious to flourish, right? He became better than that. Yeah, anyway, I don't want to get into the Last Jedi stuff. It's just, this is another case, guys. This is why, because for some reason their story thought process is we got to tear the character down again just to rebuild them towards the end so you can feel like you did before. No, the story is different, right? And the box office people, the box office showed that for sure, because for the long weekend, the 4th of July long weekend in the States, they adjusted it. It was 60 million for our 3-day weekend here in Canada, but then domestically it's been shifted to 83 for a worldwide total of 154, which is still not good enough. It's still not good enough because it's like a 295 reported budget, but people are saying that it's upwards of 350 to 375 after everything is said and done. And that's not including marketing, and that's not including what the theater's percentage will be taking. So this movie is going to be a bomb. It's not as if these numbers are going to go up. It opened up in 46,000 theaters, 4,600 theaters, sorry. These numbers are like, it's going to get chopped in half this week, and it's going to be somewhere around 30 to 35 million. That's the drop that it's going to be, because he got Insidious and he got Joyride coming out. So yeah, this bittersweet stuff, stop with that. Stop with that. Just progress the story of these two being married. Why not? Yeah, maybe have them deal with the loss of Muff or Mutt, whatever his name is, their son. Have them dealing with that, and he's got to go off to do this one last mission to feel like he's still got control, or some part of his life that makes him feel like Indiana Jones. That's the backbone of what Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny should have been about, not this weird granddaughter or goddaughter that comes in and steals things from him. Like, what the heck was that? And you guys know that I didn't hate Dial of Destiny. I didn't agree with the fans. Or I didn't agree with the critics saying that it was that good. But anyway, I'm ranting, so there's another Indiana Jones rant that I went on for you guys to savor. But as I said, it's opening up against Joyride and Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom opened up last week because of the long weekend. We'll talk about that. But Joyride's opening up this weekend, and it's getting fairly good reviews. But it's got some criticism. Joyride director responds to critic claiming the film targets white people. Now, we know that it's about these 4 women that go off on an adventure back to China, I believe. I guess they're Asian. Okay. Yeah. Director Adele Lim is addressing social media reaction to Lionsgate. Lim took to Twitter saying, soon to be Threads, not Twitter, right? New York Murphy's tweet criticized the feature as embarrassing and incredibly unpleasant, along with adding about the movie objectifies men and targets white people. Well, they're not Caucasian, so I know that part of the thing is that they'll be talking about that. They'll be using the race card a bit in this, not in like, hey, I don't look different than you. Hopefully they don't use that. I don't know. But let's just go over to the tomato meter for this. 93 by the critics, 100 by the few people that have gone out to see it. It opens today, guys. This is Thursday, so advanced screenings will be for this today. And I'm going to see Insidious 5 before this, guys. I'll be seeing Insidious 5. And we'll take a look more at Insidious 5 tomorrow on our horror roundup show. So, yeah, I look at Joyride, and despite the acclaim and buzz for it, I look at this, and I know I'm not the target demographic. There you go. That's what I'm going to say about this. I know I'm not the target demographic, but I'll still watch it, and I'll be still looking for the simple story elements. Is it a cohesive story? Do the characters stay true to themselves? Is there an arc for some of these characters? I don't need to relate necessarily to any of these girls as a person, but I need to be able to relate to the subject matter in that capacity, right? I don't need to say, oh, I like to wear black, so I got black hair, so I relate to her. No, I don't need to. It's not like that, right? It's relating to the trials and tribulations that they go through, right? And so this person said that, what did they say here in their tweet? Joyride is embarrassing, incredibly unpleasant, like most modern adult comedies. It's raunchy simply for being raunchy. Well, we just watched Jennifer Lawrence's raunchy rom-com in No Hard Feelings, which I really enjoyed. So the raunch really doesn't bother me. Forgetting that there has to be humor attached, and there's none of that. Objectifies men, targets white people, all shock value, look at me attitude. All shock. That one, see, it's not the targeting men. It's not targeting white people or anything like that. People can spin that regardless in any way, in any capacity. If there's a small little a bit of it, they'll spin it for it being laced through the entire movie. It's the whole look at me attitude. I'm saying this grotesquely awkward thing to get shock value. I know this is something that I shouldn't say at work. This is something that I shouldn't say in public when other people are around me to hear this. This is something that I wouldn't say at the dinner table with my family as we have guests over. I wouldn't say this at the Christmas party. But I'm saying it in this movie to be shocking. To shock you guys for entertainment. That's the only place where that could be allowed. But if it gets too over the top with that, then yes, it's pompous. It's arrogant, and that's what this person is maybe trying to convey. But I don't know. Yeah, this is also the type of thing where there is going to be that small contingent of people out there circling their bandwagon of hate around it, the bigots, and they'll say that they're not bigots, but they tweet and they make videos about looking down on, I don't know, whatever. What else opened up this weekend? Well, I guess last weekend was something called Sound of Freedom. And we're looking at this one because it's a faith-based indie. And the only reason why I want to talk about it is because it's got Jim Caviezel in it. And we just watched Jim Caviezel in Escape Plan with Arnold and Sylvester Stallone. And I was like, where is this guy? Because he played the villain in that. And he was good. He's a good actor. I do like Jim Caviezel. The only other thing that I liked about this was that Mira Sorvino was in this as well. This, where did it open up? Sound of Freedom was in the 4th spot, so that moved in. The incredible true story of a former government agent turned vigilante who embarks on a dangerous mission to rescue hundreds of children from traffickers. Oh, that sounds like that sounds like a movie that I wouldn't mind checking out. See if it inspires you, right? But as I said during our commentary for Escape Plan, Caviezel is someone who's kind of like, he went down that conspiracy path where it's anti this, you don't tell me what to do. And if I say that I took my vaccine, then all of a sudden I'm like the devil to him, kind of thing, right? He went down that rabbit hole, and it came to the point where it's like people stopped working with him. They just couldn't handle it on set because every day was like preaching this kind of stuff, and he's a good actor, and it sucks because, because he can turn things around. Maybe he's turned things around. He stopped all that BS, right? Stand up for things that you believe in. Like, hey, you know what? I fast 16 hours a day, but I don't jam it down other people's throats all the time, saying that this is the best way to eat. I don't do that. I'll talk about it if it comes up, but I mean, and I also don't go out saying, I don't post on my social media. I know that there's certain platforms that say that I identify, here are my pronouns. I don't give a damn about that. I don't. So I mean, there's definitely lines out there for sure for people. So it's kind of like he crossed some of them. We'll have to see. Sound of Freedom. Mira Sorvino is in it, as I said. So there you go. That's what's opening up this weekend in wider release. So Sound of Freedom, Joyride, and Insidious 5. Although Sound of Freedom had 26,000 theaters, but that was in the States, right? It was not playing here. Yeah, it did not play here. So let me go to my no, let's go to Kitchener. Kitchener release. Kitchener should maybe have it. Joyride is coming out today. Yes, we know that. Ruby Gilman. Yeah, that Ruby Gilman's not playing. So yes, I don't see Sound of Freedom here. Let's change it to Saturday and see if it's playing there. Insidious is there. Yeah, okay, Sound of Freedom is there at 10 a.m. So it will be playing here this weekend. So that's 3 opening this weekend. I don't know. Maybe I can go see the 10 a.m. show. And then I don't know. Eesh. I do want to see Insidious 5 because you guys know that I am a horror fan. Horror is the main genre for me, but there you go. Joyride, Sound of Freedom, and Insidious 5 opening this weekend. Let's go over to Taylor Swift. How's it going today, Chris Schober says. I can't wait for the Among Us TV series, James, coming soon. Oh, nice. Cool, man. All right. Taylor Swift. Well, let's get some good news here. Taylor Swift adds Paramore to 2024 European tour. Announces 14 additional shows. Yeah, she's taking her Eras tour to Europe. Still no Canadian shows. They're saying that we don't have a stadium big enough for her showing, I guess, to make it worthwhile for her to come. There's got to be an open field for her to set up somewhere. Really, the Blue Jays Stadium? That's not big enough. It was big enough for U2, and it would sell out. It would totally sell out. And I would be up there. I would be one of these people here in the back with my binoculars going, yeah, I paid 500 bones to sit back here. That's what tickets are going for. But I guess, yeah, yesterday I saw that she posted her European tour for next year, and she's going to Paramore there. That's kind of cool. So the Eras tour, everybody's been going on seeing this 3-hour show. It's been great for her. I guess this means that, I don't know if she's been working on new music. Probably not. She's just enjoying the ride back in front of the crowds. So that's cool. Oh, and she posted a picture of her with Paramore there. Is that what that is? No? Yes? Okay. So there you go. Taylor Swift. Good. Will I go over to London or the UK to see this? Maybe I'll go over to Dublin. Where is it? Edinburgh. No? Liverpool. Dublin, Ireland. There you go. There's 3 shows there. Maybe I'll go there. Which means I got to get my passport in order. Yeah. Because this is like, it's not a once in a lifetime thing. It's like she'll do other tours. But I hear that this Eras tour is really, really good. And those tickets will go up fast. All right, let's go back to the movie news. That's just something for me to wash my mouth out with all of that kind of negative talk. Let's go on to Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch teases he will be making something with Marvel next year. So obviously he's our Doctor Strange. What could he be making next year? Well, they will be leading up to Kang Dynasty, right? No? Who knows if Marvel's going to be around next year? God, the way that it's crashing and burning, it's starting to be something that people can't ignore. People say that comic book movies are still alive and the MCU is still going strong. It's not, guys. It's not. And I don't care what. I'm not going to try to blow smoke up you with you. I'm not going to puff you guys up and say that and then lie to you that's not. We know that it's not. We know. We've seen it with our full live watch alongs. Like people are not watching Secret Invasion because they've just had enough. They've tapped out. I've really been enjoying it. I've been championing it. It's probably the best MCU show after WandaVision. WandaVision had some really cool stuff in there because I liked Wanda. I liked Vision. But this is by far easily the second best MCU show that's been out. But anyway, so Benedict Cumberbatch has said that there are some Marvel capers in the making next year. And as always, the details are kept to the minimum. Yeah. Could it be in a supporting role of some kind? It's all speculation. 2024, and we don't know if there's going to be a writers an actors strike that'll push things around. Probably will. Do you think he'll show up in a TV show? Probably not. It'll be for a movie. Marvel's is already coming out this year, so it won't be that. Maybe like could he show up in Captain America 4? I don't see how or why that would happen. He's more in the fantastical. Where the heck is... I don't know. Where's Shang-Chi 2? What's going on here, man? Again, we've come into an era with the MCU, with this phase, where it's floundering. That's what I feel with this phase. And it's been like that since phase 4, where it's kind of like 2 or 3 movies into phase 4 with the MCU. It's coming, like we're floundering. And we've been told that it's leading somewhere. It's going to be all making sense. But we're starting to get into that floundering, where's this going kind of thing. Are we going to Kang? Are we going to Secret Invasion? What's going on here, man? And nobody's kind of like, those pieces are cumulative. They don't, they all stack up and weigh on us as fans, where eventually we just become passive and we become like, oh, Benedict's going to be in a Marvel project next year. Okay. What's next? Let's have some coffee. That's pretty much the sentiment. It's like there's no hype, there's no buzz, right? And I'm sure Feige would love to have hype and buzz about the new Doctor Strange appearance, right? But people just, I don't know. It feels like the majority of people are tapped out. Let's take a look at some of the comments. For all we know, he could mean any number of projects. It could be more than one, probably something he's filming next year. Not something that's coming out next year. Yeah, that's what I was trying to iterate. I doubt we will see a third Doctor Strange film anytime soon. No, they haven't even written that. It could be for Agatha Harkness series. That could be, but that's shooting. That's shooting now. And that'll be done before the end of this year. It could be Deadpool 3. That's a possibility. It could be Deadpool 3. Probably another What If episode, maybe. Maybe. Again, people are just speculation. It's not really that much to talk about. So what we'll do, let's move on. Brad Pitt's going to be doing a Formula One movie. Cool. First look at Brad Pitt's Formula One movie revealed on Twitter. Sneak peek at the production from Top Gun Maverick's Joseph Kosinski. So the guy who did Top Gun Maverick is going to be doing a Formula One movie. That's really awesome. So then you know it's going to be shot very, very well. Brad Pitt is teaming up with Joseph Kosinski, the visionary director, displayed in his films in Tron Legacy and Top Gun Maverick. Okay, so the two are currently collaborating on an original Formula One film that is set on streaming Apple TV Plus. Oh, that's it? No. I want to see this on the big screen, man. I don't want to see something on Apple TV Plus. Is that all that it is? The official Twitter account. The untitled film, which features Snowfall star Damson Idris in a lead role, is set in the world elite motor racing. Pitt stars as Pitt stars as former F1 driver who returns to race for the fictional APXGPT team, a middling outfit alongside Idris's character. That's Damson Idris. Okay, so the first look. And that's pretty much all we got. An Apple original film. So it is Apple. Bummer, man. Well, that's just another case for maybe me signing up for Apple TV or Apple Plus. Well, because they got Silo, right? To watch this Formula One movie with Brad Pitt. It's tempting. It's awfully enticing, and that's what you want to have happen with subscription services, right? Is that you want to be like me, have that response of like, well, maybe I should sign up for it. Paramount Plus, don't care about. Peacock, don't care about. It's like, well, whatever. But Apple TV Plus is definitely presenting a case here for me to be, maybe signing back up or signing up for it. Brad Pitt in a Formula One movie. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Moving on. Alien movie. Didn't we? We talked about this in our Twitter roundup 2 days ago. Fade Alvarez's movie has wrapped filming. Yeah, he took to his social media, and this is the this is all he posted is him sitting in his trailer having a stogie. I need a stogie. I haven't had a stogie in a long while. Just to sit there and relax, and a good one. I want a decent one. Decent ones are like what, $20 plus. I know you can spend hundreds on them. I'm not that wealthy to just for a cigar, but I'll put up 20 bones for a nice cigar that lasts for a little while. Why not? So that you don't get that bitterish taste. Anyway, the new Alien movie is, that's that movie where stars the girl from The Craft Legacy. And it's about a bunch of teens on a colony that discover that a xenomorph is there and they've got to take it out. So that's what that movie's about. It's, Pearly, It's not a film that has to be all things to all people with the gargantuan budgets. Good. Yeah, don't go overboard with the budgets on these things. You can make an Alien movie for less than $50 million. You can. They get to be authentically what they are, and this is closer to the genre roots. Good. And hopefully they add in that horror angle of you don't know where it is. And when it comes at you, it's going to be an extremely painful death. That's what you want to have happen, right? The body kind of horror of being having a face hugger on you and stuff like that. Yeah, deal with that. Get back to that. I don't know if it'll have any of the AI stuff like David in it. Probably not. I think Ridley Scott's holding out hope that he can finish his David trilogy of Prometheus and Covenant. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but this Fade Alvarez movie is going to be kind of like an Elseworlds. It's going to be happening in the same universe. And I'm actually really intrigued about it. A group of young people on a distant world find themselves in a confrontation with the most terrifying person in the universe. Yeah, make it for less, man. Make it for less. For God's sakes. And it's about a bunch of teens or younger people dealing with an alien. Keep it small budget. It will make that budget back if you put it in theaters, not like Predator Prey, which I think this might be going straight to streaming. Let's just get some confirmation in here. Thought this was going to be coming out. This new Alien movie is coming from Momentum and 20th Century Studios. We originally heard that it was going to be released on Hulu, much like Predator Prey, but it was recently announced it'll be getting a theatrical release August 16th, 2024. So next year, guys. Well, if it's wrapped, then it's got a lot of time for post-production now. It should put it on schedule. And it's good that it's wrapped before the actor strike. So that movie should still be on target. Cool. Alien movie. Let's continue on with the horror headlines here, guys, because we're in that realm now. You guys know how much I love horror. So, The Nun 2 image surrounds Tessa Farmiga with faceless evil. Were you guys a big fan of The Nun, the first movie? Valak, right? A little bit of a CG schlockfest towards the end, right? Maybe we can watch that one if I can find it on Tubi or something. Yeah, so the sequel is going to be like taking place like what, 8 years after the events of the first one, right? The revealing that Sister Irene, quote, living this anonymous life in this convent in Italy, she had this traumatic experience, this huge adventure, and now she wants to live the life of service. Also returning from the first movie is the character Maurice, who is now possessed by the demon Valak. Chavez says Maurice has made his way to France and he's working at this boarding school as kind of a handyman. He has a friendship and a flirtation with one of the teachers there, and you can see him starting to mature. So where does our character start out? What the heck is that? Why are we following a handyman who's developing a flirtation with a teacher? That's what the heck does that? Oh my god! But we know from the first film there's something terrible inside of him. That Valak escaped within him, and events pull Irene back on this collision course with her old friend. So let's get to the new image, James. Enough of that BS. All right, so there you go. There she is. Let's see if I can brighten that up a little bit. No? Yes? Yeah, that's pretty much all I can show you guys. Brightened up a little bit. Entertainment Weekly. Faceless. It looks like they got some black mesh over their faces there. Yeah, the nun visage definitely is disturbing for a lot of people. Especially if you're religious too, right? Some people don't like that. Nun 2. Release date. Give us the release date for Nun 2. It's this year. Come on. Where is it? It's this August, isn't it? September 8th. September 8th. Yeah, so just after August. September 8th. The Nun 2. The Nun 2. Well, hopefully it's a little bit like Annabelle Creation, right? Where the second one was better. That's what I would want. Byford in the live chat says, hey, Chris Over says, isn't the Knuckles TV series going to be on Paramount or Peacock? I think, James. I don't know. Knuckles? I'm not really into that one. All right. What's next? Ouija Witch trailer. Sean Young helps summon an evil spirit. Now, this is on the lower budget aside, and this is the kind of thing that we would look at in our horror weekly roundup. Basically, it's extremely low budget, guys. But there she is, Sean Young. She plays kind of like a medium of some kind that helps this one girl get revenge on her enemies by summoning this witch. But of course, you know, the witch comes and tries to help her, and this is the lead actress here. Tries to come to help her, and the witch, of course, kills people by helping her. Yeah. I can't wait for this movie. It looks amazing. The kind of horror that I can't even watch without any fear. Low budget doesn't always result in unintentional comedies like this trailer. Unintentional comedies? What? I just watched it. It's a typical B movie. The acting was pretty bad. Storyline was teen standard. Nothing scary. No jump scares at all. I would give it 4 stars. Really, 4 stars. But at least they're trying. Looks like they're trying in here. That's what I like. Yeah, the makeup is on that lower budget side. But, hey, you know, as a horror fan, yeah, she's like, release the demons. And it's like, fine. But that's actually got some interesting scares here towards the end. A Ouija Witch. Typical B-movie title as well. I'd give it a shot. Why not? That's how movies like Chopping Mall and Critters, you know, got notoriety, right? Magic 8 Ball movie will be a horror comedy with a script from the writer of Cocaine Bear. Okay, so the guy who wrote Cocaine Bear is going to be doing the Magic 8 Ball horror movie. Well, we had fun with Cocaine Bear this year, right? So Mattel toy Magic 8 Ball. Well, Mattel said that this week that they were going to do for like 45 other movies. A Magic 8 Ball movie is going to be one of them, and it's going to be a horror thriller comedy. Yeah, it's going to be one of those things. Am I going to die tonight kind of thing? And it'll be like, yes, you are, and it's going to be like one of those kinds of things, right? So the head of the company says, while my Magic 8 Ball script walks the line a little bit, they're not going to make anything that feels violent or that is alienating to families. Okay, so it's not going to be that horrific. We want to stay within the parameters of what Mattel is. So it'll be kind of like, yeah, I want a roast beef sandwich, but instead I get, ham and Swiss. It'll be that kind of thing. So it'll be softball horror comedy. Horror. I don't know about that one, guys. That one gives me pause. Can you do that? Can you really do that? I don't know. All right, that's enough horror. Let's go into some hit or miss. If it's a hit, we'll talk about it. If it's a miss, we'll move on. Kind of keeping in the realm of horror here. The Walking Dead Rick and Michonne title confirmed with logo unveiling. So yeah, Andrew Lincoln's coming back as Rick Grimes, which is cool in my book because he was the best part of Walking Dead, and when he left the show, a lot of people left the show, watching it wise. I did like the story of him and Michonne, so they're going to get a 6-part miniseries, right? A miniseries, which is expected to debut in 2024, The Walking Dead Summit. But now it's called The Walking Dead Rick and Michonne, and that's the logo reveal. That again, very inspiring. Oh, jeez, guys. At least put their faces on here or something. Come on. What's wrong with that? And Denai is good as Michonne. So, what's it be about? 6 episodes. The show will present an epic love story of 2 characters changed by a changed world, kept apart by distance, by an unstoppable power, by the ghosts of who they were. Rick and Michonne are thrown into another world, built on a war against the dead, and ultimately a war against the living. Can they find each other and who they were in a place and situation unlike any they've ever known before? Are they enemies, lovers, victims, victors? Without each other, are they even alive? Or will they find that they too are the Walking Dead? For God's sakes, who wrote that? You should be ashamed of yourselves. That's puffery. That's blowing smoke up your what? You know what? But I guess it sells it. That must sell. For God's sake, I want to be the voiceover people to read these things. You know, I could ham it up and deliver these things. Oh my! All right, I'll check it out. I'll check out at least the first couple episodes for AMC because I do like the Rick Grimes character. To see how he comes through. He's got to get back to his daughter, though. You would think, right? For God's sakes. Next, Shaun of the Dead 2. Simon Pegg tells fans hoping for the horror comedy sequel to move on. Oh, so if you were hoping for a Shaun of the Dead 2, keeping with the zombie kind of thing, I guess it's not going to happen. Pegg has said it time for Shaun of the Dead 2 fans to move on. Yeah, I think that's come and gone, right? If it was going to happen, it should have happened a long time ago. Now, I'm somebody, if you haven't heard this story before, sorry to regurgitate it. I was told that Shaun of the Dead was the most funniest thing of the year. It was the funniest comedy ever made. So when I sat down to watch this funny comedy, I was a little bit shocked to see that it was more of a drama. And I liked the dramatic beats in it. But then when they tried to put humor in it, it was kind of like, you guys called it a comedy for like the 1 or 2 laughs that it had in it. If it was sold to me as just kind of like a dramatic piece, I probably would have appreciated the film. But anyway, that's not what you want to hear. You want to hear that I loved it, that it was a masterpiece, that, well, again, I'm not going to gaslight you guys. There it is. So I guess Shaun of the Dead 2 is not going to happen. This headline caught my eye. Speed was once pitched as Beverly Hills Cop 3. Really? Before Speed became one of the biggest action movies of the 90s, it was pitched as a sequel to the Beverly Hills Cop franchise. Fascinating. So could you see Alex Foley as the Keanu Reeves role? Working with a partner on the bomb squad? No. So they would have to have tweaked a few things in there to have it like a common cop in there face this guy. But yeah, I could see maybe with a few tweaks like that it could be in there. I really liked Speed. If Speed is on Netflix, maybe we should watch that movie together. Let me just see if I can pull that up. Because Netflix you're able to see, you guys are able to see the picture on Netflix. No, we don't have Speed. Bummer. Don't have Speed there. Bummer. Bummer, man. All right, guys, we're pretty much done the show for today. I know that we had that audio issue, and that's my bad. For some reason, because I unplugged my camera from the new tower yesterday to do the Secret Invasion watch along, it turned on the audio despite, like, the camera does have its own microphone, but despite it saying that OBS had turned it off, it was on. So I had to set things to default again. I wasn't sure if this was going to fly, but we'll get it fixed. Again, new computer, new rig. These little kinks will show up, and I'll iron them out as we find them, right? I downloaded Firefox last night, so I'll have to configure that. So hopefully Firefox will play Disney Plus on OBS so that we can not have the same issue that we had yesterday. Which that episode, I'm not happy about that either. Episode 3 has been blocked of Secret Invasion. So I had to go back and fix that. Hopefully that'll get resolved soon. And I was very minimal with the amount of stuff that I showed from that episode, because I knew that I had troubles with episode 2. I don't know, guys. We'll get through it. We're halfway through the season of Secret Invasion, so we'll be finishing that one up for sure. All right. Let's go over to the film updates, and we'll wrap things up here for the day. Uma Thurman, red, white, and royal blue. I don't even know what that is. Red, white, and royal blue. I suppose I should probably take a look at I thought it was a series. The trailer. Mission Impossible. Yeah, now this comes out next week, guys. It comes out on Monday here in Canada. It comes out on Monday. And unfortunately, I can't go see it on Monday. But I will be seeing it on either Saturday or Sunday in the IMAX. I am going to another country. Sorry, not another country. I'm going to another city to see. I'm going to reserve my time. So I apologize that my straight out of the theater reaction for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning will be a little bit late. But I want to make sure that I see it in the IMAX for my initial experience. The official trailer for Bob Marley biopic. What's this? Well, I like Bob Marley. Who's in this? I don't even know who's in this. Show us who's in this. What's it going to be on? What streaming service? In theaters 2024. Huh. Well, let's just pull that up. One Love. Huh. Okay, so who plays Bob Marley? Kingsley Ben-Adir. The guy in Secret Invasion, the bad guy, he's playing Bob Marley. Wow. See how things come around, guys? Huh. And he's going to be the big bad guy, I think, for Secret Invasion. He is, right? I like him. He's foreboding. Michael Gandolfini, Lashana Lynch. We just looked at her the other day too, right? For this Bob Marley movie. Fascinating. Cornelius Grant. Cool. See that Blue Beetle's trending. Margot Robbie photographed. You guys like the black and white photos? Well, that shows up so much better when we're doing 1080. Hey, guys. I do like black and white photos. Talk to me. The UK poster. This is a horror movie I'm looking forward to. Comes out at the end of this month, July 28th. Oh, God. Yes, yes. And I'm getting my saddle back in July 28th. July 28th, guys. I guess I can announce that here. As you guys know, I'm taking the beginning of August off here on the channel because family's coming down. And I'll be just doing family stuff. I'll try to be doing something at least once a day. It could be just a short, could be just me turning on the camera on my phone and saying something about a news story or something. It'll be very loose and raw. But then I'm taking the rest of August off, I think. And I'm going to be so happy to get back on a schedule where I can go see movies on Thursdays. And July 28th, I think that'll be my last shift at this current place. I'm going to be so happy. Oh, we'll see. Unless somehow I can negotiate working around, getting around the family visits, we'll have to see. But, yeah. Only 15 days away from that. 15 days away from Talk to Me. Ayo Debiri, and Lee Pace. Yeah, we saw the Lee Pace with his cut-off dress pants yesterday. Enough of that. I said enough of that. Zendaya, Josh O'Connor on Challengers. Yeah, that trailer came out. It's going to debut at Venice Film Festival. Guys, I was thinking about this. Do you think that it's time for these film festivals to go the way of the dodo? Like, it used to be, like, these were around because people didn't have the internet. People didn't have access to instant reactions to things. So they needed to have these festivals so that journalists could go there, cover them, and start the early buzz by posting blogs and stuff like that. It's almost become unnecessary, I would say. Let people see these movies and films for the first time, just like everybody else. We don't need critics out there to help generate buzz. Because the buzz can hurt. Even if it has good buzz, like Indiana Jones or The Flash, that doesn't seem to be a factor when it comes to the opening weekend release. Anyway, I may publish a small video about that on the weekend, maybe. That it's almost it's maybe time to say goodbye to these film festivals. Anyway, we are now on Threads. Film Update says so. Yeah, so there they've updated. So is Mirror Domains going to be on Threads? It sounds like we're coming around full circle on this, guys. Threads. It's going to be something that you can't escape. Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah, that second trailer dropped the other day too. I'm looking forward to seeing what she does in this movie. Right? I could be a little bit biased, maybe. Xavier Dolan is quitting filmmaking. Never heard of him. Well, congrats, man. Move on. Hey, if you're not happy doing it, yeah, if you're not happy doing it, move on. All right. Ooh, Florence Pugh. That's a sharp photo. You guys like her with the short hair? Okay, more Barbie coverage. Florence Pugh, yeah. She's going to be in Doom Part 2. And she's not shy about wearing extremely revealing dresses that are see-through, and this one looks like it's going to be see-through as well. I'm sure that there's more photos out there that reveal better looks at it. So guys, go check that out. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning debuts with 100%. Well, we know that, again, that doesn't really mean, oh, it debuted with 100%. It does. Wait till the dust settles before you declare it. Thing, but I'm that makes me happy. Again, this is one I'm hoping that Mission Impossible again, hopefully, will be $1 billion film for Tom Cruise. The action in it looks fantastic. The stunt work looks fantastic. Chris Schober says you should do a watch along for Rick and Michonne. Hopefully, yeah, that's a possibility. Guys, it's like plus 36 today with high humidity. We got heat warnings. I'm starting to sweat buckets here, so I'm going to call it a day. That's a bummer. Shaun of the Dead 2. Yeah, I'm going to be going to see Mission Impossible: The Reckoning. I heard that some people said that there's some stuff that they don't like. Yeah, well, that's going to be for everything, right? But we'll watch it. I'll watch it for sure. I'm going to be late to the party for the reviews for Mission Impossible. I know that. That July 28th date will hopefully come sooner rather than later. And I'll be back in the game. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Mirror Domains. Tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow. Ooh.